New developments surrounding the Scripps Ranch father whose young neighbor was accidentally shot to death in his garage. This afternoon, Todd Francis was sentenced to 4 years in state prison. 10 News reporter Steve Fiorino explains why Francis got the maximum punishment.
The sentence could have been probation, but the judge here was having none of that. 4 years for child endangerment, which ended in death. Todd Francis wiped his eyes several times as he stood for sentencing before Judge Timothy Walsh, having pleaded guilty to child endangerment for the shooting death of 10-year-old Eric Clias last summer in Scripps Ranch. Eric and Francis's daughter were playing in the family garage when they found a loaded handgun. It discharged, killing the boy. Francis had claimed the gun was unloaded and hidden, but eventually took legal responsibility with his plea. He tearfully told ABC News,
"I could see the box that was in the garage where I had my handgun hidden, and it was wide open, and pretty much knew what happened."
He continues to grieve in his own mind, and I'm sure his grieving is nothing compared to the loss of a child that the Clias family has suffered, but he does continue to punish himself.
The prosecutor disagreed as he argued for prison time.
He stands here, a man that has not learned his lesson. He has not manned up and admitted what he has done.
Judge Wallace spoke of unreasonable expectations if indeed the gun had been hidden away.
And it offends the court that he wouldn't think that a child would go through boxes. Let's assume that the weapon was in a box. That he would assume a child would not go through a box looking for things is one of the more naive statements I've ever heard a parent state.
The victim's mother was in the courtroom quietly crying, but she chose not to speak. A letter, though, purportedly written by a relative of Todd Francis to the judge was blunt. Quote, "Todd deserves to go to prison," calling him irresponsible his entire life. And the letter continued. He squandered over $1.5 million, refuses to work, and left a loaded gun out which cost an innocent 10-year-old boy his life. Judge Wallace imposed the maximum sentence under the plea bargain, 4 years in prison. Steve Fiorino, 10 News.